What's up everyone? My name is Duana, aka Glamazon1026, and welcome to the Glam Room. So today I thought I would give a really simple beat down tutorial for my beginners that's going to be easy to follow along, and I'm only going to be using Black owned makeup brands in this video. So if you want to see what I'm doing, if you want to see the brands that I'm using and the ones that I 100% totally support, stay tuned. Before we begin the actual tutorial, I want you guys to know that at the end of this video, I will have a graphic up that gives you a list of all the brands that I'm using today, as well as some other Black owned makeup brands for you guys to go out and support. It's really important in this time of the country, during the movement, this revolution, that we are giving our money back to Black people so that they can thrive. You know, there's nothing I love more than supporting a Black owned business, okay? And makeup is something that I love. Beauty is something that I love. So if I can give that, at least that portion of my money to them, then I'll do that. I'm also going to link some information in the description box on how you can support Black Lives Matter movement and all of the people who are protesting across the country just against police brutality and racism. There are some people on YouTube that I follow and love and watch their videos, and they've done all that work. So I'm just going to link their videos that have all of that done under there so that you guys can go and watch them, because they too are Black creators and I want you to support them as well. Let's get into this tutorial. Usually the first thing I do is put on some lip gloss because I can't be on the screen dry mouthed. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Clear Vinyl Gloss, and it came in one of her original lip lust kits. It came with the glitter, and it is like the best clear lip gloss besides like beauty supply store lip gloss. So next we are going into primer, and for primer I use a Black owned product every single time, and you guys should know it by now, but I use the Nola Skin Essentials Soothing Primer Oil. I usually use it with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, but since Milk Makeup is not Black owned, we're not using that today. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 350. So for my beginners who are watching this, eyeshadow primer just helps the colors in your shadow pop more. It also helps your eyeshadow to last longer throughout the day. You don't have to go out and exclusively get something that says eyeshadow primer. You can get it if you want, but I like to use concealer because it just mutes out all the colors that's in my lid in the first place, and it's nice and sticky, tacky to adhere the shadow to. The next thing we're gonna do is eyeshadow, and since this is a beginner friendly tutorial, I'm gonna do something really light. This is the J.Co Cosmetics Coffee Shop palette, and this is a really great nude palette, like neutrals palette, for any beginner. The colors are really easy to blend, and they have a black in there, so if you're not scared of black, you can use that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put down a base for the transition shade, and for that I'm going to be using the second color right here, and this is just going to, you know, warm up the transition area. The transition area is the space between the brow bone and the crease. And for this look, actually it doesn't have to stay in the transition area. As you can see, I'm just taking the flat part of the brush and just like bouncing it all over the lid. This is one way to get a lot of pigment onto your lid and blend it out at the same time. When you have that how you want it, just like use the tip of the brush to blend out the edges so that you're nice and smooth. Next, we are going to pick up this reddish brown color down here, and we're going to use that as our second shade. So this is going to go a little bit more in the crease. We're just going to do the same thing that we did before. Just take it and tap it right along that transition space slash slightly lower into the crease. I don't have any brush recommendations for you guys. Just use a big fluffy brush. That is basically the best you can use. You see how it's big and fluffy? Perfect. Any brush that you find that's big and fluffy should be good. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with the first color and take the tip and blend the two shades together. So where those two shades meet, we're just gonna go over that with the tip of our brush. So I'm taking a flat brush now. So any flat shader brush that you have. You can even use a concealer brush if that's all you have. And then just go into a shimmer, any shimmer that you have. I think I'm gonna use this one today. This one that looks kind of like a copper penny. And then just put it on your lid. on your actual lid, part that moves, and then just blend it in by rubbing it, like smearing it across the lid. And then I'm going to pick up that brush that we used to blend in everything else and do the same exact thing. Just run it along where the shimmer and the reddish brown matte meet. And there you go. You got eyeshadow. That's it. Look how easy that was. That wasn't even hard. So now I'm going to switch palettes. I'm just going to pick up the Island Gal palette and open it up to this one right here, which is Rum Cake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to kind of like ground this shadow look, because I like it, but I think we can elevate it. So just take a little bit of that on the same part of the brush that we were using before and just stick it right in the back and just kind of like blend up like this in like little strokes. And then when you're finished putting that there, take the end of the brush again and just blend it in circles, just right there. And that just grounds it. You see how it's a little bit darker on the outside than this one? Just makes it look a little bit more professional. The basis of my eyeshadow is done. And I'm just gonna do one more step, because if you haven't been here for a long time and you haven't watched a lot of my videos, you'll know that I say that the cardinal rule of makeup is A, B, B. Always be blending. So once you finish putting down all the shimmers and all the mattes and the transition shades or whatever, you just want to make sure everything looks good and is blended together. So you can take that same brush and just go over all of the places where all the different colors meet. So up here in the crease where the shimmer meets the matte, over here in the third part of your eye where the matte meets the shimmer. Just keep doing that until it becomes like a nice seamless blend. We're gonna move on from eyeshadow and go straight into foundation. I am going to be using the Mented Cosmetics Skin by Mented foundation in the shade T30. What I love about this foundation is how creamy it is. It's dope. I was gonna use a beauty sponge, but I remember beauty sponges don't work good with this foundation. Now I'm using the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer in the shade M20 as my concealer. Y'all, words cannot describe how much I love this concealer. It's so good. The concealers that have been coming out recently, they've been snapping. They've been snapping. Now, to blend this out, I'm going to be using my Nime Beauty Sponge. And this is literally one of the best sponges. This and the Sonia Kashuk, with these two sponges, you don't even need a beauty blender. And they are a fraction of the cost. Yes, we love that. We love a deal. Using that same sponge to pick up just a little bit of the Pat McGrath powder in the shade Light Medium 2. I just take up a little bit and then just like dab it off on the back of my hand, because I don't want too much powder on my face. And just lightly dab the rest, whatever powder is left on the back of your hand, just put it wherever. Just so that it's kind of set. Oh, no, it's set, but it's not like cakey. It's not, you know, powdery. We don't look like we about to crumble. We're not cream contouring today. We're just gonna do like a little bronzer. I don't think cream contour is necessary all the time, but you know, it's nice to do when you want to look super snatched and if you have the skill for it. If you don't worry, you ain't got to do it. So I'm gonna pick up Prime Beauty Cosmetics bronzers in the shade Bronzeville on a fluffy brush and use that as my powder contour slash bronzer for this face. Because even though we are not cream contouring, we still wanna do something to get us snatched. And with this, really and truly, less is more. It's so pigmented. This is probably my favorite bronzer that I own. I'm also taking a little bit of that powder and just kind of carving this part out. So I feel like I went a little bit, I did a little bit too much with the bronzer. So I'm just, ooh, you see that nice sharp line? That's what we want. So what I usually like to do to melt everything together at this stage is take a primer water or some type of setting spray to just melt everything together so that there's no powder and there's no cream, like everything is just one. So right now I'm using the Afterglow Mist by Nola Skin Essentials. I'm just gonna spray that all over my face. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going back in with the eyeshadow palette so we can finish out this eyeshadow look. I'm going to pick up Rum Cake, which is the shade from the Prime Beauty first. And I'm just going to put that right up under my lower lash line. This is just gonna help round the entire eyeshadow look out. To make sure that we don't just leave it like that, we're gonna go back in with that reddish brown color from the Coffee Shop palette to just blend out the lower lash line, just to soften it up a little bit. Just right underneath. This is also a great way to kind of like if you're like me and have a natural crease under your lid, it's a great way to get it so that your concealer isn't like caked up under there. And just make sure that you bring that lighter color all the way out here. Just connect them together. If you want to do a wing, that's fine. But if I'm a beginner, I'm pretty sure I would love to do a wing, but I might not have that skill yet. So there's something that is kind of like a pseudo wing that you can do that will give you the same elongating, like lengthening effect, but it's not a full wing. So you can just take any eyeliner that you have, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner today, and I'm just going to line really, really close to my lash line. So what you're doing is you're starting really little in here, and then as you get to the outer corner, you're kind of just like taking it up. And that'll give you that same like elongating almond shaped look, but you don't have to do a full wing. It's just the best secret ever. See the difference between this eye and this eye? It's perfect. Throwing on some mascara now with the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. So if you're not putting on like falsies, just make sure that you do more than one coat and make sure they dry in between. We're gonna put on lashes though, because I love a lash, and I can't wait to show y'all the lashes that I'm gonna use. The false lash I'm using today is one that is super pretty and super appropriate for a really pretty, just like easy peasy look. These are the Nicole lashes from Nashville Beauty. So look how pretty those lashes are. They look so good. They are nice and fluffy and nice and light, and they don't overpower this look at all. So if you know how to put on lashes, use this. Anyway, we're gonna move back to face. So I'm gonna take a blush brush and use the Mented Cosmetics Peach for the Stars blush. We're just gonna add that to the high points, to the outsides. I don't know. But we're just gonna be cute with it. We're just gonna do that. Highlighter, I'm using the Cosmetics Sand Hills highlighter. And this is like a true gold. It looks so good. So now we're completely done with the face. I'm going to spray down one last time with my Nola Skin Essentials Afterglow Mist. So I'm going to be using the Mented Cosmetics Nude La La lipstick, and then topping it off with Cosmetics Peach Fuzz lip gloss. I'm using this as a lip liner. So this is it. This is the finished look. I think it came out really cute. It's super simple. Well, to me it's simple, but it's something I feel like a lot of people can follow along to. There wasn't that many moving parts, or was there? I don't know. There wasn't that many moving parts, and we managed to do it with all Black owned makeup brands. Like I said in the beginning, at the end of this, there will be a screenshot a graphic about Black-owned beauty brands that I feel like you should support. So just stay tuned for that. So guys, that's all I have for you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell to become a part of the Glam Fam and know exactly when I upload. Also, do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Glamazon1026, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Ryan Little.